it. It's one of my most favourite events of the year. This is one of the nights that I look forward to.
After Walibi Belgium, we went to Walibi Holland in the Netherlands, the second park of our Halloween tour. We're talking about our coaster breaks tour. This is day 2, Walibi Holland. We already have a bit of itinerary and Walibi Belgium. So if you haven't seen those yet, check it on our channel. And Marcus is a tour guide and he's going to give us some tips on Walibi Holland.
So I find Walibi Holland gets quite hated on throughout Halloween from how busy it is. However, I love it. It's one of my most favourite events of the year. This is one of the nights that I look forward to. I just absolutely love it. It's between this and Winter Arm for me, which, if you know Winter Arm at Phantasialand, you know how highly I must be praising Walibi Holland's Halloween right now. And I think it's because I know the park so well. I know where to go, what to do, and how to have a good time. The park will be sold out at Halloween. You are going to be queuing 3.5 hours to get to Lost Gravity, unless you have the Fast Pass system. This is a must for me.
And they have a really good fast pass system that works really good.
I love it. It's all on your app, all on the phone. You load up what ride you want to go on. You pick it, you go on the ride. Perfect. Most days when I go to Walibi Holland, I recommend looking into the Fast Pass system. It's very good value. I like to pick up a bronze Fast Pass or a silver Fast Pass, depending if it's going to be a really busy day. I would never pick up a gold Fast Pass because there's a lot of really good flat rides. And when you're waiting virtually, when you remove the entire weight, you would just be constantly going on the coasters. Whereas I love taking people on some really, really cool flat rides.
They have a really good spinning flat ride.
Spinning Vibes?
Spinning Vibes!
Spinning
Vibes!
It's a great flat ride. Yeah, it's very unique and people always like to go on that one. But there's some really good flat rides with the sombreros, or which is actually quite boring, to be honest. People always wonder why I don't go on that one. There's a reason why. I just enjoy watching the SLC go around opposite. So normally I'll take everyone straight to Lost Gravity. Lost Gravity is a Match Big Dipper, and it's actually the first Match Big Dipper coaster. So it's a very interesting kind of coaster. It kind of looks like a Gerstlauer Eurofighter, and that's how people kind of see it as Max version. However, it rides so much better. It's so much fun. That first drop just takes you up to the top, swings you over.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be that good, and it really is.
It's a surprise hit to people. Little airtime hill, like ejector airtime hill, up over the top, around, a couple really cool versions. It's very short, but it hits the elements, and I love it. By Speed of Sound, the boomerang, which is really, really good boomerang.
Yeah, it's my second favorite boomerang. It was only for the one in Hershey Park.
Yeah. I love the music for Speed of Sound. It's so good. They have the sound effects. They have the best restraint. It goes in tunnel with lighting effects. So yeah, Speed of Sound's a really, really good boomerang that I actually love.
As good as a boomerang can be.
Yeah, as good as a boomerang can be. Goliath, Untamed Mega Coaster, used to be the tallest in the Benelux, now just the tallest in the Netherlands. So Goliath is a really good fun coaster. It used to be, when I first rode it, it was had a green colour scheme, but now it's like this deep dark blue. I think when you go on Conda, people start trying to compare it to Conda, which I think is a little bit unfair. It's a lot older. It's just good, fun, Untamed Mega Coaster. That gives us a bit of time before we then go to Untamed. I like to try to wait before we go on Untamed because it really warms up throughout the day. So in the morning, you can get quite a slow ride. And so some people can be really underwhelmed. So you like to wait, go in the afternoon and have a really good time on Untamed. So Untamed is a Rocky Mountain construction conversion of Robin Hood, which is the old Vekoma wooden coaster there, which I rode when I was 18. So it's been a long time since I've ridden that coaster, so I can't give complete comparisons. But this ride's so good. It's got quirky elements from the second you leave the station all the way around. You've got a great first drop, a 270 degrees double inverting corner stall, which took me so long to learn how to say that well. Another one of these RMC elements that just sounds crazy. There's so much airtime in this ride. Awesome wave turn. It has the most amount of inversions on an RMC coaster with 5. The 270 degrees double inverting corner stall is the first 2, which really helps to kick it off the coaster. At the end, it is like airtime hill, airtime hill, airtime hill. You feel this on your legs. If you're not used to an RMC, you can start to get bruises if you are lack of this. It is a very, very good introduction to what RMC and their little powerhouse of coasters can do. It is a top tier RMC. It's a top tier RMC. I have Untamed currently 4 out of 19 RMCs for me, just above Iron Rattler and just below Iron Gwazi.
For me, it's number 5 out of 17. I still have Iron Rattler above it because I just love Iron Rattler so much. But Untamed is amazing and he has a really good night ride. It was Halloween nights when we went there, so the coaster was all lighting up purple.
There's also strobe effects that goes off as the train goes around, and it's a Walibi Holland Halloween. It's not a Walibi Holland Halloween without lasers. So there's a few lasers that go throughout the ride as well.
About the Halloween on Walibi Holland, we went to 2 mazes there and we passed through all the scary zones through the park. They were really well done, really well teamed.
The kiddie zone, the kids zone is the best.
Oh yeah, that's my
it's
favorite.
So busy though, so you need to be careful when you go there because this is the busiest part of the
really
park.
crowded,
If you don't like
especially the
crowds,
kids.
don't like crowds, ignore that part of the park. Because that's the area between Speed of Sound heading north up into the Lost Gravity area that way round. Don't like crowds, do not go near that area. The rest of the park is manageable and it's fine.
But it's just so clever because they made kids' nightmares on the kiddie area. So they have all the puppets.
Witches and toys coming to life.
Yeah, it was my favorite scary zone.
It's definitely my favourite at Walibi Holland. The other thing that they do, which is so good at night, is all the rides change. It changes about 7 p.m. and it almost feels like it's a completely different park. And they put all these different extra lighting effects on. And Lost Gravity is they're playing it with like pendulum and just playing off loud. Got this crazy lights going everywhere. It is amazing to see. And you could just sit there and just watch. The SLC is like Lost Gravity as well. All these new lights that come on and music blaring here is so good. It's really worth watching. It looks better, the SLC, than it rides.
They have a big stage in front of the Ferris wheel in the main street of the park with a DJ and all the light effects, as Marcus said.
They shut the Ferris wheel at 5 p.m. to put all this extra lighting effects on. So it adds to the stage and the atmosphere when you're listening to the music or dancing. That's really cool. Also a silent disco they have by Speed of Sound, which is great. So that's always funny to laugh at and see. Especially when Wonderwall comes on, because everyone's singing that. That's always the most noticeable song in a silent disco. What I find with Walibi Holland, it knows exactly what it wants to be. It's like a love, hearty atmosphere, music, and you feel this the second you enter the park. It has a very different atmosphere to the other Walibi Park because it is already established. It knows where it is, and people can notice that. And you have the Walibi character going around dancing, listening to music. You have the staff, some of the best staff at a theme park, in my opinion, is at Walibi Holland. They're always so friendly. I find that there's a lot of enthusiasts that work there. So if you wear a Steel Friendships top, they will mention that. And I just find it's such a good park, such a friendly atmosphere, such friendly staff, knows what it wants to be. I find everyone has such a great time there, and I love it. I just love Walibi Holland.
On the next day, we went to Efteling, so make sure to subscribe and check this video that we're posting next.
Stay tuned in the next episode to see where we're going next.